Okay, so welcome everybody. Thanks for battling your way through the Bay Area rush hour to get here. I'm Susannah Gray, I'm the Vice Chair of the chapter, and I'll just be giving you a short welcome. So let's see how to... Okay. So first of all, I'd like to start by thanking our event sponsors. Thanks to EFF for hosting us here. Thanks to Jeremy and Mitch for making it happen, and thanks to Laura, I don't think she's around, but thanks to her anyway for all the coordination and the logistics. And also thanks to the Internet Society for giving us a small grant to put this event on. So just some housekeeping. The bathrooms are right outside here, and there's also a water cooler there as well, in case you need to run out and refresh yourselves. We do have Wi-Fi here, but we ask you not to use it so that we can keep the bandwidth up for the live streaming. And so let's get started. Oh yeah, and if you could turn your mobile phones off as well, that would be great. Yeah. So this is the agenda. We're going to start with Leah Symekher, who is the president and chair of the chapter. And she'll be giving a short update about the chapter's work, about what we do, and then we will move on to Mark Buell, who's the North America Regional Bureau Director of ISOC, and he'll be giving us an overview about the work of the global ISOC. And then we'll move on to our keynote speakers, and we'll have some question and answer sessions after that. Okay. All right, Leah, over to you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We are pretty excited to have this event, especially in collaboration with Electronic Frontier Foundation. Mitch has been a member for a few years, I believe, and he has attended many of our other events. And we've been talking about being able to come and highlight some of the good work, amazing work that they do. So we are very excited about this opportunity. We have many members at this event, but we also have people who are not members. So this slide is pretty much people who are not members, who don't know anything about the chapter. We are San Francisco Bay Area ISOC chapter. We are regionally focused. We were founded in 2008. We are a nonprofit organization. We are membership-based with now over 2,000 members. Our members are global. Given that we are in this amazing area in Silicon Valley, we get a lot of interest from governments from all over the world, organizations from all over the world, who want to know more about the internet and technology in relation to where they're at, and they seem to look upon us to help them with that. So we do, while we are a regional chapter, we take a global focus. We are managed by a board that's we can have up to 9 members on the board. You've met some of the board members here today. And guided by chapter bylaws. And all this is on our website. You can feel free to go to sfbayisoc.org to get more information. We work with several organizations in the internet space. But I will specifically mention the ones that we have currently on the screen right now. ISO Global, of course, founded in 1992. ICANN, 1998, and that's the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. ARIN, Internet Registry, American Registry for Internet numbers, and they are the RRI for this region, founded in 1997. The IETF, founded in 1986, that pretty much sets the standards for the internet. IANA, which I'm sure if you all haven't heard of IANA, you probably did lately, and hopefully you did, and IEEE. I'm mentioning the years here just so you know how far back, these organizations have been in play in the internet space and why we engage with them. Vision. Our vision as a regional chapter feeds into the global ISOC vision as well, which was a vision that was set in place by the founders of ISOC, who are the fathers of the internet. People like Vint Cerf, who started ISOC. And so we feed into that same vision, which still applies then, that applied then and still applies to this very day, which is that the internet is for everyone. The mission is to promote and advocate the open development, evolution, and the use of the internet for the benefit of all people throughout the world. I think that speaks for itself, and we continue to uphold that mission. Our goal as a regional chapter in this region is to provide a neutral and open platform to facilitate discussions and involvement on important topics important internet topics for stronger and effective advocacy. To help achieve this, we have a great board that I've worked with in the last 3 years as president, and I'll go ahead and introduce them. Oh, yes. The animation is, we had to do the animation is working here. I have already introduced myself. I'm also a NARALO representative, and NARALO stands for North America Regional At-Large At-Large Structure or Organization, which pretty much represents ICANN in this region. And ICANN stands for Internet Corporation for Names and Numbers, which pretty much is the organization that manages what you call the database of the internet and many other things that in that realm, including recently that they've taken over the stewardship of the IANA organization. Susannah is our vice chair. She brings great experience. She's worked with various regional internet registries, ICANN as well, and she is an independent strategic communications consultant, and has great experience and worked with several chapters in various parts of the world. Janet Vong is our membership communications and engagement board member. She's working with Google right now, pretty much focused on content policy. Ken Krishmir is our treasurer and founding member of the chapter. He does a lot for the chapter, make sure we don't overspend what we do not have. He was very involved with ITU and standards, so we consider him to be our standards specialist in the organization. All right, Eve Edelson. Eve Edelson is our NARALO. Again, NARALO stands for North America Regional At-Large Structure, which represents ICANN in this region. And she works for the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab. Jim Osman wasn't able to join us today, but he handles operations, also a founding member, and works for Google. Jean-Jacques is our global representative from France and provides us with the information from a global perspective, so we are not just very much stuck to what North America is doing, but we know about what the rest of the world is doing. We have a secretary position on the board that's open, and we welcome any of you who is interested to open. Please go to our website for the job description on that. All right. NARALO. I already described what NARALO is, so again, I will not go into much detail. I'll just urge you to go to the website address that's at the bottom of the screen here to learn more about it. But the important thing is that we are the representative for NARALO in this region. So when you are looking for to know more about ICANN, you can feel free to contact the chapter for that. ERIN is another organization that we work very closely with. We do have standing, and they manage the IP addressing, IPv4, IPv6. The North American chapters, including our chapter, has a standing memorandum of understanding with ERIN. Sorry, I should say ERIN there, not NARALO, my mistake. And this is to enhance closer collaboration, involvement, and community outreach. Pretty much the goal is to preserve the bottom-up consensus and community-based policy development process, and we'd ask each one of you to get engaged through our working groups to really be able to attend some of these conferences that are put together by ERIN and ICANN as well. They do offer fellowship programs that we can help you get access to. We have this pasta complement. I'll direct you again to our website. We've been very event and project focused so that we can inform our members in the community about what's going on in the internet and how they can get engaged. Again, please feel free to go to our website for more of the details. This is historical, but very prevalent to who we are today. And many of these were put together by the founders of the organization. Recent accomplishments. This is important because we have done quite a bit this year. Actually, starting last year to this year. We've increased our membership to over 2,000. We are proactively engaging with our members through consistent communications. If you are a member here, you'll probably attest to that. You're getting more emails from us and newsletters. We have rolled out a newsletter, email updates. We've improved our website and members events. So this is our second event this year, and we'd like to continue doing that. We have developed a working chapter working groups to be chaired by the members. We are looking for members to do that. So please, if you're interested, approach any of the board members, me, Susannah, Ken, Eve, to let us know how you'd like to be involved in the working groups for a working chair and a board liaison as well. We've also introduced a chapter sponsorship program. In our last meeting, we shared the challenges of being a chapter. We are not funded. We don't have any funding as an organization. We are, again, as I noted before, a nonprofit organization. Most of the funding we get is through events. We are not funded through global ISOC. So we believe this sponsorship program will be important to keep us sustainable in this region to continue doing the good work that we are focused on doing. So please feel free. Again, we have information at the entrance. Feel free to pick that information and read it as well. We have continued to upgrade our website. One of the things that Global Headquarters has really helped us with is grants. And through some of the granting, been able to update our website. Hopefully you're seeing that and you're able to go there. The goal is to make it a resource for the region and of course for anybody who's interested to know about what we're doing and how they can get engaged to be able to access that information on our website. Any feedback is absolutely welcome from you on how we can make that better. We have increased our social media outreach. Thank you to Susannah and the great skills that she has. We also have a contracting member who is helping us with that. So feel free to connect with us on all those on our social media outlets that I'll introduce on the last screen. We have applied and qualified for 2 grants this year from the Global ISOC that has helped us with our projects and also events that we've held. One of the big events we held, we try to hold one big conference a year. Usually we'll get feedback from the community, what you'd like to hear, or what kind of conference you'd like us to hold, what topics are of interest to you. For example, the working groups was feedback from our members who told us exactly what they'd like to, what kind of topics they would like to be engaged in. So that's how we formed the working groups. Additionally, for events, we do that as well. The board gets very heavily in suggesting as well and listening to the members and making a decision on that. So earlier in the year, in February, we hosted an Internet of Things conference that was focused on research that was done by Global ISOC headquarters, kind of just detailing the challenges of Internet of Things, and the conference was able to share that. We had great support from Windsurf, Google, of course, ISOC Global, and also various other organizations that send speakers to that event. Please go to our website. There's still a recording of the event on our website. It's very, very, very informative. We continue to participate in various events so that we are engaging to know what's going on out there about the internet and how we can inform our members and community as a whole. And listed are some of the conferences that we have attended on the second bullet point there. We have recently we went to the ARIN conference, which again is a very important organization in the internet space, through sponsorship through ICANN. So I was able to attend, and the chapter was able to sponsor the Vice Chair, Susannah, to attend it as well. Another very important thing that the chapter was able to accomplish this year was active participation by board members in the IANA oversight transition. And Susannah was the co-writing team, part of the co-writing team that developed the cross-communication. It's the cross-communication working group that worked on the accountability part of it, of the transition for IANA. And Jean-Jacques worked on the cross-community working group, making sure that the oversight, in terms of the functions of the stewardship and transition for the IANA stewardship. And he has wrote a blog on that, so you can see that on our site as well. These are the value to our members. I would definitely like to print this and share it with you later, but the most important thing I would say here is that one of the when you get involved, you get to understand what policies are being developed, how they affect you, how they affect the internet as a whole, and this way you know exactly, you have a platform to be able to voice and engage other people to, to help with that. So this is a platform for you, and we encourage you to definitely make use of it in this region. Why get involved? Of course, there are a lot of reasons why. Getting informed, of course, is always important. You want to be in the know and not be always on the surprising end of things. As Ken stated, the internet today is the most pervasive tool used by governments, financial institutions, academia, not-for-profit communities and individuals. It's definitely impacting all our lives in all kinds of ways. And so being able to be informed of what's happening is very important. Additionally, with the kind of programs we have in place and the organizations that we're affiliated with, you get to have, if you want leadership skills, you want to develop that, or you have other topics you want to know more about. This is a platform that can help you achieve that. I've gone very quickly through this, but I believe that is, I'm here, and after our event, we'll have a little bit of a networking section, so you can come to me for any questions, or Susannah, or any of the board members. Feel free to follow up with us at the listed social media and outlets that we're using, and our website. Thank you.